talk of what really happened in Kwale County, I think, guys, we need to ask ourselves, how did we reach here? Of course, we have been idolizing these thieves, murderers. We have been idolizing these people every now and then because saizi ukiuliza mtu we need to go to the ballot. Atakuuliza now, who is going to take Ruto down? Who is going to take Ruto down? If not Raila, if not Kalonzo Musyoka, if not sijui nani. And remember, all these guys, they are all political cousins. These guys are thieves. They are murderers. You know what has been happening. So if today we have that mentality of going to ballot, sijui ni 2027 ama nini. And guys, you know that on the ballot, these guys have been stealing every now and then. They have been stealing the votes. So how are we going to compete with a thief in the game that he's best at? Yeah? So guys, honestly, I don't think that we need to look even beyond tomorrow. If we are here, and I do agree with Francis Gaitho, that we need to act swiftly. Twende kwa ground bana. We know where these people are. Ama nyinyi hamjui kesho watu wako Lang'ata. You guys don't know mahali kuna hizi ofisi zao. Why can't we go to those offices, storm them? Tutoa watu mbio bana. Every now and then we are talking sijui nini, and then they are bringing us puppets every now and then. Somebody who doesn't even have qualifications for university degree anakuja hapa anakuambia anataka kuvai for sijui president. You are vying for presidents, you are expelled from a university. How are you going to lead people when you are expelled from a university? You really badly misbehaved from the university. So guys, mimi hizi vitu za sijui tuende wapi, sijui let us register for votes. Of course, registering for votes ni kitu mzuri sana, and you have been doing civic education from county to counties, asking our people to register for vote, watafute IDs. But honestly, if you are going to have this mentality ya kwenda kwa sijui ballot, these guys, they are going to steal from us, na bado utarudi hapa tuanze kulia. So what we need to do, wewe chukua silaha uko nayo, hata kama ni simu, sijui ni maji ama nini, let us go chase these people. Kesho si wanakaa hapo mahali fulani pale Lang'ata. They are going there. They are less than 3,000. We are more than 50 million. What will stop us from marching to such a place to ambie enough is enough? So guys, honestly, these guys are regrouping. Juzi mumeona mwingine sijui ameenda wapi kutafuta sijui Kamng'ana wapi huko chini. Akishamalizana Kamng'ana wataanza kutafuta watu wengine. Hao kina Joho wanaia hapa every now and then. Juzi nimeenda kwao huko Mombasa, they don't have good roads. They are having poor drainage system hapo, but they are here yapping every now and then. Joho before aanze kuwa mbaya alianza kutuambia sijui hakuna mtu mfisadi mbaradhuli kama Ruto, but today he's singing Ruto every now and then. Mtu kama Raila anakuambia sijui Ruto must go. Raila ndiye alianza hii upuzi, by the way. Saizi yako wapi? Anakimbia tuko na kitambi. Guys, mimi sijui nitawaambia aje, but honestly, what we need to do, tutoe hii mentality ya we want to meet Ruto sijui kwa ballot ama nini. This guy is a thief and he will still steal. Kwani si alibia huyu mzee analialia kila siku sijui ni mzee wa kitendawili ama nini? What like nini itamfanya ache kutuibia hadi sisi? So what we need to do, tutoke hapa hivi twende tufukuza hao jamaa hapo hivyo. And these guys, honestly, they are saying they are creating jobs sijui wapi. Angalia kwa hizi ministries, watu kuko ni watoto wao. Mtu kama Wetangula mtoto wake akaapa hivi hapa railways, anafanya kazi mzuri hapo. But now they want to take our young ladies and men outside the country, waende huko sijui United Arab Emirates. They are going there to be harmed by non-human beings. Alafu tukapa tunacheka tu like every night inakuanga tu discussion. The good thing hata nashukuru mtu kama Gaitho anakuanga hapa anatuambia what is happening. But now tuache kuanza kuongea, twende kwa street bana. At times unaenda street unajipata uko peke yako, but ukikuja hapa space tumejaa uia. Sijui tunaweza ongea hata 24 hours, but we are doing nothing about that. We are not doing actions kwa vitu tunafanya. So guys, even as much as tutaongea sijui nini, let us do this, let us do that, sijui nani to inject tufanye nini, but honestly what we need to do ni twende street tufukuza watu. What happened to me in Kilifi County, nilikuwa na expose hizo upuzi zao. Unaenda huko unapata the national government allocate 3.9 billion with an additional 9 billion from the World Bank to construct at least 2 classrooms for every primary school to enable junior secondary school JSS wapate mali pa kusoma, but you are going to account like Kilifi, unapata hakuna shule hata moja imeconstructiwa classes zenye walikuwa wanasema wataziconstruct, na pesa ziliallocatiwa some 2 years ago back in, some 1 year ago 2023. And so when I was exposing those projects hapo hivyo, that's when those guys wakaanza kunimonitor. Siku hizi nakuanga nimevaa gunia yangu hapo moja, najua niko nazo kadhaa but mmezoea inakuanga moja zinafanana, so wakakuja wakanichukua wakanipeleka huko. Those guys detained me hapo kwa office of the county deputy governor. Nimekaa hapo hivyo for almost 12 hours before niachiliwe. And so honestly, hii government tuna deal nayo, we are dealing with the crooks, we are dealing with the murderers, we are dealing with the thieves, and hata mkiongea hapa hawashtuki. So what we need to do, guys, let us go to the ground tufukuze hao watu. That's what I have to share with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Edgar, I don't know if you can hear me. So I think we can have the next speaker. Abdi, maybe you can proceed as we try and get someone else on the panel.
Thank you. Am I audible, Eric and Cyprian and Edgar?
Yes, sure.
Okay, I'll just be brief. And I think I agree with the submission of all the speakers. I can see the range and the anger. Having said that, I think this Jamhuri Day, many Kenyans feel there is little to celebrate, I think. Independence was meant to bring freedom, equality, and prosperity. Yet, decades later, we are still grappling with poverty, corruption, tribalism, skyrocketing cost of living. The ideals of Jamhuri have been replaced by empty rhetorics, I think, and a broken promise, leaving many ordinary Kenyans suffocating under the punitive taxes, runaway corruption, and systemic injustice. This is the order of the day, I think. I think as we mark this Jamhuri, I think we must reflect on the fact that true independence is not just about raising the Kenyan flag. I think it is about uplifting the lives of our people, protecting our democracy, ensuring justice and fairness for all, I think. Until we dismantle the cartels and restore accountability and deliver a real economic relief, our independence still remains incomplete. I think we are not yet Uhuru. True freedom remains elusive when vast majority of Kenyans are trapped in a cycle of poverty, I think, exploited by the powerful and denied equal opportunities, as many have said in this space, I think. I think the dream of independence will remain unfulfilled until Kenyans enjoy the dignity and the right promised at the dawn of the Republic. I think this day should not be just a day of celebration. It must be a day of reckoning, I think, as everyone said. I think we must demand a Kenya that honors sacrifices of those who have fought for our freedoms, but also put the people front, not the powerful as it is now. So having said that, I think let these Jamhuri serve as a call to action for every Kenyan to push for the change we deserve. It is time to reclaim the spirit of the Jamhuri and realize the vision of a true freedom Kenya. Finally, before I leave it there, I have one question for Jimmy Wanjigi. I know he is not in the space, but later on I would like this question posed to him, I think. Are you there, Eric? Eric?
Yes, we can hear you.
I have one question for Jimmy. I could not really get him on the space. I think this is my question.
I'm here.
Yeah, okay. I have this question for Jimmy. I think Jimmy's name was often being linked to significant scandals such as Anglo leasing, questionable land acquisition, allegation of influencing major contracts like SDR. He has also been identified as a key political financier for various administrations. This is allegations. These are not facts that are there, but this is what people think. So, how does he address this my question to him is, how does he address these long-term standing concerns and convince Kenyans that his current political ambitions are driven by integrity, accountability, and genuine desire to serve the people? rather than maintaining the same system of corrupt system and elite control that have plagued our nation. That was the question I had also for Jimmy. Thank you so much, Eric.
For your contribution. I think I had someone who wanted to say something about the state of medic interns in Kenya. So we will give him a chance. So I think, Vic, you can have your 2 minutes. Then we can proceed to the next speaker.
Yeah, thank you very much for the chance. So first of all, I would like to speak on the state of this nation, how the government is conducting its business without considering the normal mwananchi. This is a government, as my brother here, Kayoti Sonko, has said, this is not a government to continue negotiating with on the table, because this government doesn't care about the normal people on the ground. We have, like in the medical field, where people right now, there are guys who are now in their 4th month without any salary. Then when that salary comes, they do the normal deduction with the total salary. They don't even do it as per every month. They do it, they take the total cash, then they do the deduction. You wonder how much those guys lose. That is why we have very many of us, very many of us are very frustrated. We are having mental conditions. People are frustrated. People are depressed. And some are even committing suicide. But the government doesn't care about it. There's no money to pay the medical interns. There's no money to pay the nurses in the hospital. But they have money to take to the churches, to lure bishops, to lure priests to come to their sides. So brothers and sisters, I'm saying, this is not a government to negotiate with. We have tried it. We have tried it since the movement started on going to the table with these guys. These are not guys to go to the table to sit with the table to discuss the issues of this nation, because they don't care. If these people can introduce something like SHA and the shift, first of all, the moving NHIF to shift was not even done in the correct way. Then today we are being told that we have lost 104 billion and no one is even talking about it. So this is a government, the only language that this government listens is the streets. These meetings that we have here will not solve it. If we go to the streets, I think you guys remember what happened on 25th. There was a message that was sent and the country was shaken, and you saw how the president was frustrated. And that's what we need to do every day if we want to save this nation. Because if this country is going to go this way for more than 3 years, trust you, even some of the guys who have the best careers in this world are going to turn into criminals. And you are not going to turn into a criminal because you want, because you have your family members, you have your children to take care of, you have your bills to cater for, and will you cater for those bills if you don't have money and you are working? The worst part of it is that you are working, and instead even them responding, they talk as if they own this nation. We will not allow them. And the way Coyote has said, these guys, we know where they live. We know where they stay. Like tomorrow, we know where they will be assembled to preach lies to the public. Why can't we invade there? Me personally, I'm very tired. I'm tired and I'm sick and tired of this nation. I can't commit myself. I can't commit suicide, but I'll be happy if I die in the streets. I will know what I'm dying for, because we are not going to stay for this long being frustrated like this in our own nation. And we can't. If this is only 2 years, what about 3 years coming? Where are we going to be as a country? So let's think about going back to the streets. That is the only message these guys will get, and that is the only way we're going to save this nation. Because you see, right now, he's very scared. He's bringing everyone on board, thinking that one can save him from all this. He's bringing Uhuru Kenyatta into this. He brought Raila into this. Raila is a non-con man. That one we can't talk about. So you want to lie to us that the country is divided. The country is not divided. The country is in hunger. The country is crying of overtaxation. People are frustrated about the inflation in this nation. So it is better we make a step. And if we make a step, trust you me, that's the only way we will save this nation. Let me leave it at that, because I'm becoming more bitter as I speak. Let me leave at that point.
Okay, thank you. So we can have BM24 Kenya. Kindly try and keep it under 2 minutes. Then maybe we can have the final speakers as we went down.
Thank you so much, Eric, Cyprian, Edgar, and everyone at the panel. Yes, I'll keep under 2 minutes. My own is just only to raise the concern that I had the other day. William Ruto shamelessly telling us that he had paid 500 million to host a Grammy Award. And yet today, we heard a coach of Harambee Stars resigning because he was not paid his salary. You are killing our own talents. And then once kutuambia playing a PR of I don't know, a Grammy Award, we don't know what is the benefit. And another aspect that we should not take it easy is the killings. This is what I always said when I have a chance to speak and when I have a chance to host. Nasema kuwa, any government that cannot protect its citizen, that is a failed regime. And that is what we are holding Ruto for. He has failed to protect, not only failing to protect, but he is the one that actually directly involved in the killing of the innocent people, innocent young people. So, and then hii mambo ya kutu disrespect kila wakati when we raise a very fundamental issues. You don't want to discuss and reason with Kenyans. You think that country is governed the way it governed is Sugoi Farm. I think I agree with everyone that says we cannot participate with William Ruto in an election because we know his character, we know his behavior, we know his plans. We will participate in 2027 election when William Ruto is out. Then now we can look for people with integrity. Lakini, we have to continue with this revolution. The only way to remove William Ruto is through revolution, no other language, no other way. Lakini tukiendelea kuwa tunasema some people are excited, some people are sponsored by William Ruto. So we want to tell those people they are part of the movement, or even if they are convicted, akina Morara, akina Omtata, please hold your horses, come and join the movement. Let's go through revolution. Not unless you are working for this regime, then you should take side. Alafu tujue kuwa who are we dealing with. But if you are part of the movement and you really want to see change of this country, we have to realign in one side. But if you are with William Ruto, just give away so that we know who we are fighting. William Ruto kwenda saizi anafikiri anatumanipulate, sijui anataka kwenda kuleta Uhuru Kenyatta. Hata aingie katika tumbo ya Mama Ngina Kenyatta, azaliwe kama mtoto wa Mama Ngina Kenyatta. It is done and it is dusted. He can never redeem himself because we have lost confidence in him and we are holding him accountable. So I agree that, thank you, Eric, and I think now these voices today, it is a new beginning because ukiangalia, we have been having different spaces, but I think today the statement has been made and the line has been drawn that now revolution is alive and is there until we win. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much.